The T&T Women Warriors looked to cut above the rest on the opening night of the CFU Women's Challenge Series played out at the Ato Boldon Stadium and walked off big 7-0 winners over Suriname. Ruskin Mark says the local outfit barely broke a sweat against an overmatched opponent.
It was a blistering first half for T&T, who opened the scoring as early as the 4th minute when Chanel Arjun goes it alone and uncorks this fierce rocket that flies past goalkeeper Zomina Dawes for 1-0. It was the start of a hectic first half for the Surinamese, who barely got time to breathe as T&T doubled up in the 11th when Tasha St. Louis drills home this header on a fine cross from the right. T&T should have buried Suriname shortly after, as they carved out chance after chance but failed to take advantage. This was a recurring theme, and coach Shabazz would have been disappointed, as the finishing remains a worry. Eventually, they would get it back on track when on the half-hour mark, Patrice Superville taps in for a simple conversion. Still, the missing continued as Suriname's blushes were spared. But T&T would get it right every so often, especially when this initial effort was blocked, but persistent pays off for Karen Forbes, who converts on the second attempt for a 4-0 scoreline now. Mariah Shade made it 5-0 in the 41st minute, and St. Louis then turns provider once again as her hookback picks out an unmarked Arjun gaping at the back post to make it 6-0 T&T. It would stay that way at the interval, leaving Suriname with a lot to do in the second half. Instead, T&T tacked on a 7th when the cross ball is only partially cleared by the visitors, and the alert Jonelle Cato pounces with a scorcher that burns the turf on its way into the corner for 7-0 Trinidad and Tobago. The talented Aaliyah Prince carved out a chance for herself after coming on at the half, but the keeper Dawes made a brilliant save to deny her and T&T an 8th item. Cato almost added a second for herself when this curling effort is fumbled by Dawes, but she was alert enough to scramble back and swat it away before the entire ball had crossed the line. So it stayed 7-0 T&T in the end. Earlier, Grenada and Guyana huffed and puffed, but neither one could score. Both had chances, but found the defenses alert and ready, coming up with critical stops even when the keepers were beaten. The woodwork also played a part in keeping this one scoreless, and both will be hoping to finally get on the score sheets when the action resumes on Friday night, also at the Ato Boldon Stadium. Ruskin Mark, C Sports Extra.
Immediately after the win, coach Jamal Shabazz gave his assessment of the team's performance and remains cautious with his praise as he is asking them for more.
Well, I don't think it was a very strong Suriname team, though they gave a lot of room on the sides of the field. We made use of it early in the game, but the worrisome thing is when we took off 3 of the veteran players, Tasha St. Louis, Karen Forbes, and Ayana Russell, I think we lost our way a bit, and this is a worrying thing, when we look at the depth that we're trying to create in the team. All in all, pleased that we scored 7 goals today, but far from making cartwheels and jumping for joy.
Despite the final scoreline, Shabazz still feels the team was too cautious and is expecting them to attack a lot more, especially in the other matches upcoming in the tournament.
I think the ghost of 2014 is still, within the squad, especially the veteran players, because really, we've seen stronger Suriname teams, and I for one expected a lot more from them, and I thought that we could have gotten a couple more in the back of the net as well. Grenada very athletic, very aggressive, like teams that they've produced in the past, and Guyana very organized. Having so many players from North America in the squad, they certainly have the technical ability and the organization. So I think the next 2 games are going to be better tests for us, and better preparation as well.